All right, welcome to Shoponomics. My name is Matt, and this is Daniel.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to the show. This is an e-commerce review podcast, and it's actually a video podcast, so you can either listen or watch. Definitely recommend watching because we go through sites and different tools and Facebook and Instagram and Google search results. So definitely we'll get more value if you watch it. And you can watch it on YouTube or Spotify. And so anyways, welcome to today's episode is episode 9. And again, I'm Matt, this is Daniel, and we're from eMarketed. And on a weekly basis, we pretty much go through different direct-to-consumer e-commerce websites. And just talk about what we like, what we don't like, and go through various things like their tech and marketing stack and Google Trends, Google Shopping, and dive deep into various other things as well. So anyways, today we're going to start with, or we're going over Victorinox. So I'm sure there's a better way to say it.
I know I was wondering what the proper pronunciation is. Is it Victorinox or Victorinox or like how do you? I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because Daniel and I both had not heard of that name, but we obviously are well familiar with the Swiss Army brand. I've known that I think probably my whole life.
Yep.
So, and as stated on the website, it is it's been around for 125 years. So, let's jump into their homepage.
All right, we're here.
All right, first impressions, Daniel.
I like the use of color. They have one primary color here that they're just loading the page up. It's in the logo, it's in the banner, it's in some of the key visual parts of the site, and the chat button, the search button. I like that red. It's not I guess it matches the Swiss Army knife, right? Like that's the color that, if you had a little pocket knife, Swiss Army, that's what color it would be. So
yeah, you're right. And that must be a special red for that, right? Because you're right. I didn't even put that together, but that's a good point.
I like it. I do. It's they don't have the traditional like full screen banner, single image. I mean, there are, when the page loads, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 blocks here on the screen, kind of taking up, what I can see above the fold. So yeah, I like that. They're able to get quite a bit in there as opposed to just one single message. But it doesn't feel like I'm getting barraged with, marketing messaging and that kind of thing. So I like it.
Yep. Yeah. Good point. Yeah, I like the two. I guess just kind of diving deeper into that first image at the top. Since it is kind of you're on a larger screen, but it is kind of sized down. I guess I feel like that first image could be stronger. It's super small. Like you could see that they sell perfume, and even at the top of that image, I'm not even sure if that's like another knife or the watch is very also. Anyways, I feel like they try to kind of fit all their main, product categories into this picture, and it's a map of. I don't even know which country that. Anyways, yeah, I feel like the first image could be redone. And then the one underneath it too. Like I'm trying to do you know what that is? It's a box. It's
so best Victorinox and Adidas. So I don't even see anything Adidas related there. Like I'm not seeing the Adidas logo.
Yeah.
I see a couple products in a Victorinox box. So
yeah. So yeah, that one too could also be. I don't know. I feel like that could be stronger. I like the next two images though. I mean, the next, the kitchen, the cutlery is. I mean, that obviously makes sense, and the travel gear, obviously, boom, it's like straight to the point. The watch, boom, it's like those. So I feel like those 3 images could, also be up top too, just so it's clearer.
I'm not sure what the purpose of the hover zoom effect is, or if it's really, I don't really feel like it's all that necessary. It's okay, but it's slightly distracting. One of the things that I noticed is that the quality of the images that they're using here, to me, they look a little pixelated. Like it doesn't look like they're optimized for my screen. It looks like they're a little small, and like for instance, the text on this first image here, I cannot read. Can't read the text on it. Basically anything.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems like they're low res.
Yep. Yeah, and
And
as I look at that image further, I see, oh, they're like black and white. They're trying to show that their products have been used for a long time. But yeah, I feel like that whole image could definitely stand to be reworked.
yeah,
I
but
do like their, yeah. Go ahead.
overall, I do like the layout.
Yeah, it's definitely like your eyes kind of gravitate one block, two block. I mean, it's very. I like the space between the thick kind of white line that very distinguishes you. You jump from thing to thing as
Yep.
As far as the main nav too. So we were talking about this before we started, but when you hover over their logo, the 125, then you see the logo icon and the name. So yeah, as far as like their navigation goes, I like that it's just super simple. We've got main categories up at the top. We've got different language toggles, stores. Oh, that's interesting. Search kind of expands all the way. It probably doesn't need to expand that much. I don't see how you
That's a
be
pretty
typing
long
that
search
much.
term there.
Yep.
Takes up the space.
Yeah. Do we have any? And that's a super nav. Yep.
Super nav, no visual, no images or anything like that. It's just text, but
yeah.
it
So
looks
with
good.
that, like hover over the first one, Daniel, Swiss Army knives. So yeah, like I feel like we do have a lot of space to the right where you could kind of highlight some brand kind of images. But yeah, it's straight to the point. It's easy to navigate, and a lot of content. But I like how they have it broken down. So
Yeah, I like this. I feel like it's pretty well done, and the super nav is fixed as well while you have it open.
Oh, okay.
So that's
Yeah, we don't always see that.
Yep. Yeah, sometimes with those giant navs, they open and close kind of when you don't want them to, so which makes it hard to navigate around a site. So it's nice. It doesn't appear that that's happening on this site, so that's good.
Yep.
One of the little elements
Mm-hmm.
over here that I'm seeing is a heart, like a wish list and like a compare pull out. So those are interesting. We've not dived into the products yet, but I imagine those could come into play when you're navigating through the site, clicking on products, like if you're really using the site for shopping.
Yep. And then we also have a fixed chat widget at the bottom, which is nice.
Yep.
I feel like that's a good size too. I think sometimes the fixed chat widget at the bottom, or like when it's when it's not expanded, sometimes gets in the way, and it's just a little chat icon, which I feel like doesn't really. Yeah, it says word chat, and it doesn't block any of the design elements, which is nice.
No, I was somewhere this week. I was reading a somebody's opinion, a designer's opinion on using brand colors just like everywhere, overusing brand colors. And initially when I went to the site, I like the red, but now that I'm kind of halfway down the site, I almost feel like, yeah, maybe this is a little bit too much red. Nothing, because all of the buttons, the upper header, the chats, like everything is that red, so nothing stands out. So I could see that as a critique of like nothing is, because it's overused, nothing really stands out. It's the only color used.
Yep.
So that's
something. Good. What happens to the bestsellers if you hover over the image? Does anything happen? Okay.
So we get color options. Yeah, we get interesting color options for handles, and there's only one here, one there. Yeah, multiple watches, colors.
And it loads really quick. The different.
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah, and it looks like this is a slider too. So, sometimes I don't know how necessary these. Like, do we really need 10 products here? I'm not certain we do. But how many people? I'd be interested to see the heat map for the site to see how many people actually like browse this. Yeah. It's there. There's 10 products, but if it were just 4 without the slider, I feel like maybe that's a little cleaner.
Yep.
And we get down to their sections. So they got knives and cutlery and watches and travel gear and fragrances. They've got those seem to be.
Yeah. See, I almost feel like
match up.
this section could have, replaced like the very top, because like that first one,
Yeah,
Swiss Army knives, very clear.
yeah,
It's like this is what they sell,
yep.
and that's probably, I'd be interested to find out of all their products which one makes the most revenue. If it's this, what everybody kind of thinks is Swiss Army knives. I'll bet
Hmm.
you it's travel gear. I want to say, but who knows? Maybe
Yeah,
they're.
the price point on the travel gear is probably a bit more, I would
Hmm,
imagine.
hmm.
Yeah, I mean, they're most well known for the knives, I would believe.
Yep.
But yeah, maybe the profit on the travel gear is good.
Hmm.
Um, so down below here, we've got some icons. Is it just me, or are these off center? These appear to be kind of shifted to the left aligned,
Yeah, you're right. It
and
almost looks like they on the right. There was one more that they're like, get rid of that one, and then they didn't shift it back. Or,
yeah, that's a little. It's
uh,
a little odd. I mean, it's subtle, but if you're scrolling down and you're used to seeing everything else centered, like you know the button above it is on center, but yet
yep.
the third
Those.
icon is kind of underneath that. So um, yeah, I do see like the alt text when you hover over is nice here. So that means there's some, accessibility considerations, free returns on the image, on the icon, secure
Okay. It
payment.
doesn't show up in the video, but so
Oh,
you're
it doesn't show
saying
up. Yeah,
on hover, you're seeing a little
right, right.
descriptor text. Got it.
Yep. So we've got down below, interesting footer,
Yeah.
in that the red area is your typical footer, but then below that, they've got kind of another white section,
Hmm, hmm.
with more kind of like, brand blurb and some legal links. Yeah, just kind of interesting. I feel like I'm used to seeing it end with the red section,
Hmm, hmm.
um, and not have another white section. So yeah,
Yep.
just an interesting kind of way to close, the bottom of the site here.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, that bottom line is powerful, and
Hmm.
I mean, when I was scrolling through the site, that jumped out at me. So it's like a big
Yeah,
line. I was kind of thinking, like, why was it that? I almost want to see that up higher too. I mean, they
yeah,
obviously have
yeah.
125 years at the very top, but
Yeah,
um, yeah, I feel like that's like boom. This is our big brand statement, and it's like buried
yeah,
at the bottom, but it is noticeable. So I'll give them that.
yeah. I could almost see it instead of this "Welcome to Victorinox"
Hmm.
here.
Right.
Um, yeah, and I like how it's not just loaded up with tons and tons of stuff. This feels like, a compact homepage for something with this many products.
Yes. Agreed. Let's jump into like one of some of the like main, yeah, let's do travel gear. Let's see what the kind of the main category page looks like. So
All
it looks
right,
like
so we're
some
in
lifestyle
travel
picks.
gear. We've got some lifestyle picks and kind of a further subcategorization. Looks like a lot.
Yeah.
Well,
And
uh,
this is interesting because, yeah, typically we'll sometimes jump into the category and we'll see what you're about to see down below and not the
yeah.
lifestyle picks too. So I like that. Boom, it kind of gives you some ideas of how it'll look when you're wearing
Hmm.
it, and then go down a little further, and then we've got, the more what we're used to seeing for ecom. Oh, I like that little view option too, so we can toggle between three. Scroll up a little more on the right
Yeah.
side. See the view.
Oh yeah, you could go. I could go 4 wide if I wanted. Yep, yep.
Yeah.
That's nice. Take up a little less space, see more at once.
Yep.
They're pretty
So this is where
standard.
we can add to a wish list. We can add a. You want to try to do that? Maybe add a few.
Yeah, yeah. We'll add a backpack here and another backpack here. So I'm seeing this wish list update now with 2 products. So
Hmm.
if I click on that, I can see. Okay, yeah, that's cool. It looks like it functions. Uh, yeah. Now this, I don't know if you can see
Yeah.
this pop
Yeah.
up
I see
here.
it. Yep.
I feel like the placement on that is a little odd. It is a light box,
Hmm.
with
But
a
yeah, it overlays
the
the navigation.
yeah, so it's a little strange.
Hmm.
And go back to, we were on travel gear, right?
So was the wish list? I thought you could like also. What's the compare products? So if you do the same thing for the hearts, could you also
Yeah,
like?
let's see if I pick a few more products here. If I click on this to go to a single product, I guess
Oh,
I can add
compare.
it to the compare.
Mm-hmm.
And then now if I go to another bag, I don't know if I take this bag, for instance.
Oh, so you can on hover, you don't have to click into it actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So I've
click
got
back
two in
to
the
another.
compare here.
Let's do
So
one
it
more.
just has the details. Okay, one more.
Yeah.
All right. I don't like that I can't just, I mean, I could use the back. Oh no, I'm getting the pop-up.
The pop-up.
How about free shipping? You get free shipping if you give them your email address.
So yeah, that's actually something I was going to talk about. We have it on another screen, but we'll get to that in a bit. But yeah, let's add one more item on just on the hover
All right.
over.
Yeah, let's see. So I'm backing. I'm using the back button to back up. I'm going to add, these are all out of stock. Oh,
yeah, you did it. So the compare is down below.
Down here. Yep.
Yeah.
It's moving. It's jumping around.
I can see how people would miss that.
Yeah. Okay, so I've added it here. So now I should have 3. So I'm going to compare. We got the images up top. We've got
reviews,
the ratings.
Yeah.
We've got, and I'm surprised there's only 2 ratings here. One rating, one rating. For such a large company, that doesn't seem like very many reviews.
Yeah, I agree.
I like the breakdown here though, like the colors that are available. The dimensions, the weights, the material, like all that's good. Interesting that these two don't have the material listed in.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I was wondering, that could be a bug.
Yep. Yeah. Or I mean, with the product data, yeah, it's a beast. So they're just maybe missing those fields within the products.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is cool. I like this feature. It's a nice feature. And I could see it. I could really see it used more comparing this brand's products to other brands' products. So I could see it on more of like an Amazon or an REI or some other site that has multiple brands that have very different specs.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you're right. When I'm going to direct to a site like this, I don't know if I ever use the kind of the compare. But you're right. Like on Amazon, that would be cooler.
Yeah.
Which they do kind of have that, right? When you're scrolling down,
I think so.
At the bottom of a product page, you'll see.
Yeah, I don't like. Just having to click through this a few times. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of options for getting kind of back to where you were, other than using the navigation. And that was maybe like if I go to briefcases here, let's see, go to products. Now here I've got the
breadcrumbs.
Excuse me, the breadcrumbs. Yeah, but when I was in the compare, I don't feel like I had that. I guess it's back to home.
Oh, okay.
So I had no way to kind of get back to the page that I was on. It was like, it just got to go back to the beginning, basically, from the breadcrumbs. So that's, I've gone to the wish list and the compare feature. And both times I kind of like, when I was out of there, I had to go back to the beginning. And so that's, more clicks than, I want to take.
Yep. Yeah, and that's. I could see how that programming on that could be difficult.
Yeah, some viewing size on the
okay.
Product here, so that shows like a person.
Yeah, that's something I feel like we don't.
Yeah, you can a really tall person.
Right.
Oh, and you can make them bigger or smaller.
So that's something I've never seen, and for us Americans, we don't know what is it, 194 centimeters,
198 centimeters. Oh, here we go, inches over here.
Oh, okay, we can toggle inches. Nice.
6'6". Okay,
that's a cool feature. I've never seen that, and I could see how
Yeah. 5'1".
If I'm 5'1", I don't want a bag that big.
Right, it's gonna look giant on me.
Yeah,
that makes sense. I like that
tablet. Oh, okay.
What is this? This is showing a normal tablet compared to.
Oh, and you can drag it over. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like you can. I mean, I see a rotate button here. Oh, there we go. So you can kind of see how it fits, or a MacBook,
Oh yeah,
or a
nice.
bottle. Like, where's my bottle gonna fit
Yep.
in here? So you can really. It's
Well,
got some common things that you could. Oh, passport.
passport. Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. That's something
I mean,
I've never.
it's a bit gimmicky, but
Yeah,
it's yeah, but
I
it's
mean, you
but
can
it,
see how like I mean, I've been looking at backpacks lately for, and I do want to see like, will my laptop fit in there? So I do like that feature,
yeah,
but
yeah.
that there's only one size laptop there, so it's like they need to, if they're gonna have laptop, they should allow you to like, change
Yeah,
the
stretch
specs on
it
your
or
laptop.
something.
Yeah, or
Yep.
stretch it. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Um,
pretty standard. Again, I'm surprised there's only 2 reviews, um, so that's a little surprising to me.
and it looks like
Uh,
that's that way for other, the knives, 2 reviews,
yeah,
or no, that's we're just seeing colors there, so we don't really know how many reviews. But yeah, that seems low on a.
y- yeah. Now I wonder, just out of curiosity, if I go to Swiss Army Knives and pick, that to me feels like it's probably one of their biggest.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So, like, I know my dad has this particular knife, so let me see how many. It's got 20 reviews. So that seems like, for something as, um, I mean, this has been around forever, and
Mm-hmm.
the internet's been around forever, and reviews sites and aggregators have been around forever. So why does this only have 20 reviews? That
Well, I mean,
doesn't
first thing
make a
that
lot of
comes to
sense.
mind is this is the 2022 model, and you know what I mean. Every
Is
year
it?
they're pushing
Does it
out.
really change? I guess so.
I don't
Maybe, yeah,
know.
maybe they changed the SKU from, like, 1985 is different than the SKU from 2022, maybe, or something.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's
But
probably
yeah,
it.
that
But
is, yeah. I wonder if a big brand like this. Obviously, this company is selling on a bunch of other websites, including
yeah,
Amazon. So, I wonder if they. Well, we'll look at their tech and marketing stack, but I wonder if they use any review, widgets or services that kind of pull in reviews from other sites too.
yeah. You know what? I did take a peek at that before. I just remembered that, and they're using Bizarre Voice.
Oh, Bizarre Voice. Okay, yeah, we've
Yeah,
had experience with them before, and so Bizarre Voice will, and they're like, you got to be a pretty big brand to afford that, but they'll kind of bring in reviews from different websites, and then the customer
yeah,
kind of has the control of whether they want to show a review or not show a review. So,
yeah.
but yeah, what was starting point? Do you remember? I mean, it was like 20 grand a month or something, or it was up
Something in
there.
that. Yeah, it was
Mhm.
a lot. It was. Yep. Um, yes, we've kind of clicked through this site. One of the things, did you want to look at a content page?
Yeah.
Take a look at something, just some kind of content. So this looks like a blog format.
Hmm.
Um, this is a single article, but it's nice enough. It has a product down at the bottom. Um, Not a ton of content here, but
Hmm.
pretty standard. Um, Pretty standard content page.
Yep. Yeah, the red is
Interesting.
definitely it's bothering me now. Seeing too much red.
Yeah, at first I liked it, and now
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just it's if it were used a little more sparingly, it would pop better.
yeah, yeah.
So one of the things that we noticed is this the Victorinox.com site. I mean, obviously there are some other uh, language versions and regional versions of the website. But there's also, we noticed, SwissArmy.com, which appears to be the exact same website, which is a different domain. So um, we have the pop up here on load on this site.
Yeah. So let me speak to that real quickly.
Hmm.
I feel like these days with the shipping thing, I guess I'm not used to necessarily seeing this. More, I'm used to seeing like kind of some type of discount code. So
Yeah.
I feel like to get free shipping, to give my email address, I don't know, that doesn't really speak to me. But it looked like somewhere else we saw, they do have a minimum. If you spend $100, then you're going to get free shipping. So, um, anyways, yeah, that's just my 2 cents on that. I feel like I feel like a discount of 20% off your first purchase would be a stronger call to action than this one.
Yeah, free shipping is almost expected, and especially for a brand like this these days. So
Yeah.
it almost does not feel like much of a offer.
Right. To provide my, I'm going to give you
Yeah.
my email.
Yeah, so this again looks the same, and it's interesting because this is a SwissArmy.com, and if we compare it to back over here to Victorinox.com, I mean, toggling between these two, you don't notice any difference whatsoever. The navigation is exactly the same. It's the same exact website from what I can tell. So interesting, just an interesting choice.
Yeah, you'd almost think if with Swiss Army, I mean, maybe some people that's what they're familiar is the brand, but you'd almost like, let's highlight this Swiss Army knife higher on this version, possibly.
Yep. Yeah, what do we got? We did a Google search for the brand, and we can see that they're doing some Google ads. Here, just search regular search ads when searching for the brand. And also this SwissArmy.com comes right up as well. So the second website that we took a look at is like the first organic result, even before Victorinox, which has the search ad here. So it's kind of interesting. I don't
Is
see
Victorinox further below on inorganic?
Yeah,
second one.
Yep. Yeah. As far as the shopping ads go, these do not appear to. Oh, here we go. Victorinox.com. Yep. So this is a Google shopping ad for the brand. So that's good. And then Amazon. And this looks like maybe a third-party retailer also bidding against them for. Interesting that cutlery is going up against a pocket knife because those seem like two totally different. Our utility, two totally different searches, really.
Yep.
But yeah,
and then we got popular products. Can you scroll up a little? So on the right, are those pulling from their site?
Let's see. I don't want to click on it and navigate away, but I almost imagine yes, these are probably coming from their site.
Yeah,
I would guess. I can click in a new tab. So actually, when I opened that up, it was like another Google search. So clicking on one of these products in the popular products tab opened up
another search.
Yep. And in that other search, we see a retailer here.
And that retailer right there, that first one, they're showing up for 5 of the top Google shopping ones too. So they're definitely spending a lot to have that.
Yep. I kind of skipped ahead with the marketing stuff, but one of the things we looked at is the the tech stack. And here, obviously, we see Bazaar Voice, which we talked about. So this is the review service that they're using to solicit and compile reviews across channels. Using Hotjar, Klaviyo, like a lot of the stuff we've been accustomed to seeing, on these podcasts. I noticed there's no Google Analytics 4 yet, or even Tag Manager from what I can see. So
yeah, interesting.
It's just straight up universal analytics.
I feel like they're going to push
Tag Managers here.
Oh, there's Tag Manager. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like with Google Universal, I think they're going to push the data out longer. Seems like they'll have to.
I see a lot of hrefs for the multiple languages. If we go kind of up here, we're able to toggle our languages here. So that's where that's coming from. So SAP Commerce Cloud is kind of a interesting thing. A lot of the sites that we looked at are Shopify sites, and so this is more. It's an alternative that's a bigger scale, more custom, and the price point is a lot higher So it's a pretty big investment to build your platform using SAP Commerce.
Yeah, I have to look into that a little further. Right? Do you know, is that just the name of the company? Is there a company behind SAP Commerce?
Yeah, they used to be Hybris, apparently. So
okay.
Yeah. But yeah, not a ton here to go over as far as the tech stack goes. I mean, we already looked at the big thing. They're using Salesforce for their some content, CRM stuff. Advertising, Google, DoubleClick. Yeah, not a whole lot to point out here in the tech stack. Apart from what we're used to seeing, so it looks pretty standard, other than
Apache
using a
server.
different platform.
Yep. Amazon, they're using CDN, CloudFront.
Yeah.
So probably a AWS platform.
Yep. Page speed wise, we pulled them up on Google's tool, which is Page Speed Insights, and you can't do much worse than a 0 on mobile.
Yeah.
So yeah, Google's not giving them any points for the mobile version of their site. Interesting.
And,
go ahead.
Oh, real quick too. Sometimes we've run sites through these different tools, and we have, I don't know, there was one a couple episodes ago where it was like just blocked. It wouldn't even let us run the test. So
right.
I mean, it's possible there's something that's on the
yep,
on their side that kind of blocked it from checking more. But yeah, it is showing quite a few errors there and loading time.
Yeah, and this is for mobile. If we toggle over to desktop, it's more acceptable. All these numbers are,
pretty fast. Yeah,
mediocre. Yeah, it's used to seeing these types of numbers, but zeros, it's
we don't see that much.
But they have a lot of room to improve speed wise.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, well, let's look at some Facebook ads.
Yeah, so one of the things that we noticed when looking up Victorinox is that there on Facebook ads there are a number of regions. It looks to be split up by regions, and so we looked in the U.S. and came up empty. So it appears, at least from Facebook's tools, that Victorinox is not running Facebook ads in the U.S. And there are actually a number of regions where it doesn't appear that they're running ads. What we're looking at now is. Did you try
Swiss Army?
I did, and it did.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
Yep.
Yeah, it was pretty similar.
Okay.
Yeah. So what we're looking at now is Mexico, and so this is Victorinox Mexico. So we can see kind of their styling and their just kind of brand advertising continuity.
And surprisingly, we're not seeing the red in the brand advertising. Other than
other than the 125 logo, there's like no big red area. So yeah, that's interesting.
Yep. Yeah, they're good images. I mean, I like
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're definitely straight to the point. I mean, it looks like kind of majority lifestyle, no real kind of product focused product call outs or anything like that. But but yeah, very kind of sleek, professional. I could see how these would be appealing to people that they're targeting, travelers, younger group.
Let's click through a few of these. Yeah, I'm not seeing Hong Kong. There's definitely a few. And here we see the use of red in Hong Kong. So it's a video, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See the video. I mean, this looks like a pretty dead simple video here.
where
it's just a translucent overlay on the 4 boxes. So that seems a little odd. I mean, I guess it draws your eye to it in a sea of other things, but a little.
I wonder how much they paid for that video.
Yeah.
If an agency is running it, I'd be curious. They're like, okay, we created this video for you. It's yeah. Those I like that. That's probably my favorite so far. Well, I mean, it's the Swiss Army knife resonates with me as far as it's something I've known since a little kid. But I like how it's all out. It's like boom, white background, very within millisecond, you know that, oh yeah, this is the brand. So those other ones were kind of more,
Yep.
you know, it's just lifestyle picks. So this is a good product pick.
And these are Brazil too. This is what the region that we're looking at right now. So, but interesting how each region kind of has a different.
Yeah, that is interesting to look at kind of how from region to region the brand does change. So you know they're definitely making that, and it could be. I mean, it's a huge brand. They could be working with different agencies, different countries. So, but yeah, you know, obviously your people, if you're advertising all over the world, you can't just make an ad in the US and assume that that ad will work everywhere. So you got to test. And, I do like, it looks like there's kind of highlighted that Adidas partnership higher up. So obviously Adidas, huge brand as well. So that's kind of a cool, let's do some co-branding and highlight some products. So.
Yeah, we didn't see that. That was in one of the banner images on the homepage that we didn't see. This Adidas Victorinox, and there's no Adidas here. Whereas back over here on this ad, I mean, this is a lot clearer.
Yep. Click on that. Can we click on that banner?
Which one? On the site?
The one on the site. Yeah. Let's see what happens there. Okay. So a video is cool. That's like a lot of text that we're asking someone to read, you know, just on, I feel like that could be, that's a lot.
Still not seeing the Adidas logo anywhere, right? Oh, here we finally see the Adidas logo at the very bottom on a shoebox. I wonder if they do not have permission to use it, perhaps, or you know, something along those lines. I don't know, but it's just odd that, you know, not to use that.
Yeah,
something so iconic.
Right.
Yeah, because
I would almost have those lifestyle images higher up, you know, on this page.
Similar image there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
same image.
Yeah, maybe. Yep.
It's a little, maybe a different shot from that. Yeah, slightly different shot from that same jump. Interesting. What do we do? We did pull them up on Instagram, so we can kind of get a sense of. Oh, and there's that shot again.
There's a shot. Yeah.
On Instagram.
That's a great shot.
Yeah, definitely active.
And that's the shoes are using the red.
Yeah.
It must be like Swiss Army red, or you know.
Yeah, I bet so. Yeah.
So I like these Instagram. I like, you know, we've got some lifestyle, and then we have just images by themselves for some, but then we also have, you know, white bold text over some that kind of highlights what it is.
Yep.
So yeah, it looks like we're getting Christmas.
Got the yam.
There. Yep.
Yeah, I like it. It's good. Good use of color in the photographs.
Yep.
And then lastly, the last thing I had up here is, so when we first started looking at the Victorinox brand and realized that it's, you know, Swiss Army is another thing, we pulled it up on Google Trends just to see what, you know, search wise over time, like what's the demand been like. And I was surprised to see the Victorinox search term being more popular than Swiss Army. I had no idea.
Yeah, same here. And also, it's interesting, you look at the world map below, you can see it's darker in Europe. So Victorinox is, you know, maybe in other countries, people are like, you know, oh yeah, and then US Swiss Army is stronger. So that's right there. Boom. That's true for us.
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, I think that's all we had up. Anything else?
No. Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, great overall. Definitely.
I think so. Yeah.
Strong site. Yeah, we feel like with some, you know, minor changes could make it even stronger. And yeah, lots obviously room to improve, but pretty strong as it is. So.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, thanks for
check out
it's a big
version of the pop-up.
It's huge.
Man.
Is it a screen over?
It's the whole thing. Yeah. It's I don't have any option to close it other than no thanks. There we go. So that was interesting. So I'm on the Canadian site now, actually. I toggled over to English Canadian just to kind of see what that would
and then you got the big
like. Yep.
Screen takeover.
Yeah, let me check out another one of these just out of curiosity.
Yeah, and that's interesting. I wonder if, like, in certain countries, the rules for that possibly are different. Maybe.
Yeah. Very interesting. Cool.
Awesome. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. And
Ooh, you got
yeah.
every time we try to
Every
end, we
time
get
we
a
try
new
to
one of
leave,
these.
now there's the 10%. Yeah, grab it.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening
Thank
or
you.
watching.